All right, man. Y'all know what we do, right? We ask the tough questions, and I got a tough question for you today. Okay, me. Let me turn down the music real quick. Come here, come here, come here. Let me ask you a question, boy. Let me ask you a question. Why won't the media say Asian on Asian crime? I mean, they say black on black crime all the time. Why they don't never say Asian on Asian crime? Why they trying to call this Asian on Asian crime a hate crime? Because one was Chinese and one was Taiwanese or something like that. I think it's plain ridiculous. But we finna go in right here in the Keep It P podcast. We'll be right back.
Media.
Music TV.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is the Keep It P podcast where we take news, situations, everyday occurrences, and indeed we show how one could have and could not have been keeping it P. And I am not trying to tell you what to think. I'm trying to show you how to think. That's the reason why I bust down the articles in the way in which I do. Um, if this is your first time seeing this program, please go ahead and give me a like on there. I see that they didn't want to put my thumbnail up, but that's okay. It's cool. PukeTube, I see y'all. I see how you get down, go. If you're coming in my house, make sure you say hi. Hold on, let me make sure I put up the chat for y'all. Matter of fact, we're gonna put Cuz up there on the big screen because you don't need to see me really. Let me just go ahead and give you this news that I got. You know, how's y'all day going too? By the way, let me know how your day going on this Wednesday. But anyway, just to get to it, it's funny how they won't call this Asian on Asian crime, but it says the recent incident, which involved around 40 witnesses, occurred at Geneva Presbyterian Church in the 2100 block of El Toro Road in Laguna Woods just before 1:30 p.m. on Sunday. And if you guys will recall, we were the first to break this story. We were also actually the first people to let y'all know that this was an Asian community here at Keep It P Podcast. It says the fatal shooting took place during a luncheon held by members of Irvine Taiwanese Baptist Church to commemorate its former pastor, Billy Chang, who was visiting from Taiwan. The gunman, identified as 68-year-old David Winwee Chu, reportedly drove all the way from Las Vegas and socialized with the congregation members for about an hour, despite not knowing anyone. Well, so now you see how they can infiltrate and penetrate. While y'all up here thinking that it's black people targeting you, and it's not. Y'all letting the government fool y'all with these fake little Asian crimes that they setting up with homeless people. But you got your own people coming to the church, getting in there, schmoozing in there, acting like they your people and really not. See, that's your problem right there. It goes on to say, Chu eventually chained the church's doors and filled the keyholes with super glue, according to police. He then pulled out one of two handguns and opened fire. Now that was methodical. He really had it out for them. But you know what? You know, the crazy thing is, people in the B1 space be like, oh, look at this, more Asian on Asian crime. But guess what you know? That crime is murder is usually proximity. Usually you're getting killed by the people in your community. So when they let you fluff your head up, oh, this all this black on black crime we got going on. Y'all need to stop shooting and all this shooting and all the fighting. Well, what do you call this? So shut up, Buster. Anyway, it says Dr. John Chang, 52, tackled Chow and was fatally shot. While Chow was on the ground, other congregation members managed to hogtie him using extension cords before taking his weapons away. Five Asian seniors were brought to the hospital after the shooting. While the six survivors sustained minor injuries, police recovered two legally purchased handguns from Chow. Notice how they tried to say legally purchased. They give it, I guess that crime bill is starting to rub off on them because they show giving them the PC treatment right now. Not trying to demonize, because talking about legally purchased handguns from Chow, as well as 3 bags with additional ammunition and other items, including 4 Molotov cocktail-like incendiary devices. On Monday, Orange County Sheriff Don Barnes described the shooting as a politically motivated hate crime. Who is that? How does how does the sheriff get to determine what's a politically motivated hate crime? And I want to ask: does this same sheriff consider hate crimes when it's a white perpetrator against a black subject? But anyway, it goes on to say, uh, citing handwritten notes that were recovered, Bond said Chow was upset about political tensions between China and Taiwan. I'm smelling a little fish sticks on that. It says authorities learned that Chow's family was among those forced to leave mainland China for Taiwan after 1948 when communists began their takeover. Mainlanders, new to the island nation, reportedly lived in slums and were often bullied. Now they trying to make a case for discrimination. And listen, I'm not hating on another group and their little discrimination claims and what they got going on and blah blah blah. Okay, y'all had that, but it ain't got nothing to do with hate crime and none of that. This is a good old fashioned Asian on Asian crime. It is nothing different, and you will not tell me anything different. It goes on to say Chow, who is a U.S. citizen, had to throw that in there, was born in Taiwan in 1953, according to Louis M. Hong, Director General of Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Los Angeles. Authorities also learned through one of Chow's neighbors that his wife left him last year. Now they explaining for him. So there was political tensions all the way across the ocean that he's so tight about that happened years ago. Then, his wife left him, so you gotta kind of cut him some slack. That's why he shot. Man, they do not do this for black people. You would not get this kind of splainage for a black crime. But let me continue. It says the Las Vegas resident was booked in the Orange County Intake Release Center on 1 count of murder and 5 counts of attempted murder. He is being held on a $1 million bail. First of all, he shouldn't have bail. But there's some more of that PC treatment. Dude, if he lives in Orange County, between him and his family members, $1 million ain't nothing to come up with. You only got to come up with 100,000 at that point if you're bailing out. So basically, they're saying he's out already. That's one thing. It says during the news conference Monday, Christian Johnson, the assistant director in charge of the FBI Los Angeles office, said that the federal hate crime investigation is now ongoing. Cho is scheduled to make his first court appearance today. Let me tell you what I think about that. First of all, there's another question that needs to be asked. America, is these the people that you gave these rights and sanctions to? This all the people that you gave the rights and the sanctions to? These are the people that you said that needs to be lifted up, and they in here going into churches and shooting people and stuff like this with all the made up crime that you made. I think you probably misstepped that a little bit, huh? That little 94-1 little vote there, y'all, because all y'all came together, under the guise of it's those black people doing it. Hmm. Well, interesting, to say the least. Um, why won't the question is, why won't the media say, Asian on Asian crime. You want to know why? Because this country ain't built on anti-Asian hate, anti-Mexican hate, anti-Jewish hate. It's anti-black racism, full stop, all day, 24/7, 365. That's why. I'm not gonna hold you. We got more news today. Kendra's gonna stop in at 10:30 with a bust down because we really need to talk about this Asian on Asian crime. Actually, we need to talk about this. It's serious. Where's the community leaders in the Asian in the AAPI? Where y'all at? Where's the leaders in the Asian community to step up and say enough is enough? You know, where's the beefed up security in the Asian neighborhoods? You know, to make. I mean, it's going on across the country. Come on, where y'all at, Asian people? Where's all the Asian fathers? You know, where's all the Asian leaders of the communities to, you know, to talk to their little Asian brothers and sisters and say, you know, shooting and killing ain't the way. You know, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, guess what I got for y'all? I got something for y'all. Hold on real quick. You know what I got for you? I got one of these.
Warning. You're about to be distracted. Distractions. Distractories. Distractolozo. Dis on a distracted side of the game. Distractapod. Super distraction. Grand distraction. The ultimate distraction.
Oh yeah. So usually a distraction is, you know, some random odd thing that I find interesting on the internet because there's a lot of entertainment on the internet. So excuse me. I figured that I would share some of these things with you guys. Hold on real quick. Because you're gonna like this one. Actually, Teasy sent me this one. So, two things. One, I don't really consume a lot of new music. I think Kendrick Lamar is a great artist and all of that, but I didn't happen to see it, right? But I didn't listen to the album. But um, when we talk about rap and we talk about our culture and all of that, somebody pointed this big hypocrisy out, and I'm gonna share it with y'all. Hold on, let me pull up the Young Tabernacle. Boom. There you go. Hey, I'm gonna close the chat for a second. But this says right here that I thought was interesting. It says this part. Shout out to Kenyatta for posting this at 2 a.m. in the morning. She had some deep thoughts. But anyway, she said this part. Y'all was just saying that the white girl can come to the barbecue, but in the same breath, y'all gonna kick out the host. Edit. All I'm saying is no one when you see one, so you don't be tricked. It's levels to everything. And it says, it's hilarious to me how y'all Negroes was just all over the girl on the left, but then dragging the girl on the right, and it's literally the same thing. And the only further proves how Negroes hate ratchet activity on black women, but love it on non-ones. Seek help. And if y'all don't know what they talking about, on the left was the white girl that was rapping. I don't know if it was Lil Baby or something like that. And then on the right, you know, it's the black women doing that. And I felt some type of way about this. I kind of wanted to break this down and talk about it a little bit because there's something that can be learned from here. Hold on, let me bring my music back. There's something that can be learned from here. What can be learned from here is this. On the left, you have somebody appropriating culture, so to speak, right? And Yeah, that's bad in itself, but I don't think you can equate it to what's going on the right. And I'm not saying it's okay for what's going on the right either. But what I'm saying is that I think this post is saying that we shouldn't hold ourselves up to a higher standard. But they're also doing it out in the open public eye, which I don't really agree with. If y'all notice on this program or on this network, we don't disparage black people. We don't say about now if you're a coon, if you're going against the group, then you're not getting spared. Those type of people deserve to be disparaged. But what you will not see on this network is us going through some little ratchet world star situation and talking about the people participated in a bad way. Simply because you know, all of us got to evolve and get there at some point, and all of us ain't gonna make it. And I ain't always been this way, right? I had to grow into consciousness and knowledge of self. So what you're not gonna see me do is disparaging my people who are clearly brainwashed into being lost. There's a lot of propaganda out here, man, and why people the way they is. This is just one broadcast that should reach millions, but it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take it getting a little more tighter out in the streets and under people understanding the tenets of white supremacy and what's really going on out here. Like I tell y'all all the time, you can be pro-black and unapologetically black and be conscious about what's going on and still live a normal life. I do it all the time. And then I thought about that too. Maybe I might be a little bit more fanatical because I have to relay information for you guys. And like Mr. Von Savage pointed out to me the other day, I basically work all day long because if I'm not either relaying the information, I'm looking for the information, or I'm reading the information, or I'm seeing something that happened and reading up to study to see what's going on so I can draw conclusions and 1 + 1 = 2 and 3 and 9 and 6 and all of that. So, but that's not for you to do. What I do, I do this because I have a passion and I have a drive to do this. I've been wanting to do this. This is what I want to do. This is my contribution to my people. This is what I'm good at, and I know it, so I do it. That you might not be this. You ain't gotta be as fanatical, but that don't mean you don't, tap into a program like this. You know what I'm saying, and try to get an understanding of what's going on in the world from some reputable sources. I mean, there's not a lot of people out here speaking to your interests, okay? And you got to recognize when you're being lied to and when they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes. And that is why I've dedicated this show to not trying to show you what to think, but trying to show you how to think, how to be skeptical, and how to bust down the articles like I do. Anyway, what's up, Don Peasy in the place to be easy. Anyway, all of my peoples over there on Twitter, please come over to one of the 3 YouTube channels so that we can go and shout out to all the people on WKIPP B1 TV. First of all, let me say we are now at let me be a little right and exact with the numbers here real quick. We are at 469 subscribers over there, man. Can we get that to the thou wow real quick? Man, share the WKIPP channel, man. All my Twitter people, I'll be seeing y'all. I'll be hundreds of y'all over there on Twitter. Everybody from Twitter, go to the WKIPP B1 TV channel. The link is actually in the description to make it easy for you. If you go to any one of the channels and scroll down, you will see the networks. Click on it, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, because we need to have extras in case something happened on one, on the other. You see, they done took down a multitude of our videos here within the last couple days here, especially covering that Buffalo shooting. So I'm actually going to post those back up on the Patreon side. So if y'all want to see the videos that YouTube banned, and Torian said something the other day about the video containing the shooter shooting black people. And as y'all well know, we don't really participate in a lot of Negro trauma porn. However, I'm actually glad that I seen that, because what the mainstream media did not show y'all is that within that video, in midst of him shooting all the black people, there was a white guy on the floor right between the aisles by the register. He pointed the gun at him and said, "Sorry," and moved on, totally sparing the white guy, right? And I wouldn't have seen that if I wouldn't have had that video, which, by the way, y'all can go on Patreon right now. Link is in the description, or go to keepitpraw.com or go to jlava.com. There's a lot of ways to get to Patreon, but there you go. That's the easiest way. Link in the description. But you can see in this video, it's very gruesome, I must say. But I think that in watching the video, maybe people might understand or take the threat seriously, or understand that it's really not a game out here. And as much as you might want to be all relaxed out in public, you kind of got to keep your third eye open, and you got to keep your head on swivel, and you got to peep people's movements and what they doing. Because if y'all ain't noticed, Cuz drove 300 miles away to go get some soft targets at a grocery store, when just the day before, or whenever the timeline was, he go up there and talk to the Jamaican dude. The Jamaican dude like, "Hey, where's your shirt, man? You got the jeans on your shirt? Well, let me buy you a beer." He like, "Yeah, this is where I'm killing everybody right here. They don't suspect a thing. Let's get them all." So, man, y'all got to keep your eyes open. You got to keep your eyes open. Other than that, that's really all I got for you. Again, like I said, Kendra Blackwood, she'll be here at 10:30 with some more questions about what's up with all of this Asian on Asian crime. If you like the program, make sure you hit the like. Subscribe if you have not already. Hit the bell for notifications so that you can be alerted each and every time that we go live. And then there's 4 words that I'll leave you with. You know what the 4 words is, don't you? It's love, peace, blessings, and aloha. And I always say B1, which is the greeting. And then we're going to have to get a word from Miss Kendra Blackwood about this petition that if you ain't signed yet, you need to go be about that. Everybody in your house need to be signing it right now. What you doing, fam? Do you want your check or what? Is it a movement or what? You can't even put your digital pen to the paper, fam? Come on, man. Don't tell me it's too much for you to sign a petition for your own tangible benefits. Don't tell me it's too much for you to do that. Jeez Louise. Oh my God. Here, you go to zeroantiblackracism.com. That's an easy way to do it. The link is in the description. We try to make it easy as possible. You can go to jlava.com. You can the petition, fam, for real. All right, man. Love, peace, blessings, and aloha. And we'll holler at y'all in a minute. Be one.
Be one to the family. This is Kendra Blackwood of Hot Lava Music TV and the Hot Lava Media Group. And I come to you today with an urgent call to action. And with that being said, this petition is to demand the US government immediately make anti-black racism a public health crisis is now an active campaign at change.org. And after this message, I'm going to need you to go over there and show your support. Right after you smash that like and subscribe if you have not already. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications. It doesn't cost you a thing. Now, this is a petition to demand cash reparations for foundational Black Americans addressing two critical components. So what is anti-Black racism? Anti-Black racism is defined here as policies and practices rooted in American institutions such as government, finance, education, healthcare, and justice that mirror and reinforce economic deprivation, racially targeted laws, beliefs, attitudes, prejudice, stereotyping and/or discrimination toward foundational Black Americans. What is a public health crisis, you ask? Well, a health crisis or public health crisis is a difficult situation or complex health system that affects humans in one or more geographic areas, from a particular locality to encompass the entire planet. Health crises generally have significant impacts on community health, loss of life, and on the economy. And ultimately the solution to the problem. It is imperative that the United States government declare anti-Black racism a public health crisis for foundational Black Americans. In 2020, as a community, Asian Americans experienced only 287 hate crimes nationwide. However, FBA in the same year suffered 2,871 reported hate crimes. As we know, those are just the reported accounts according to the F.B.I. As foundational Black Americans, we know that the number should reach in the billions daily. This resulted in a 94-1 unanimous decision to pass into law an anti-Asian hate crime provision to make Asian a protected class. With anti-Black racism being thousands of times more prevalent and permeating within the fabric of America, we ask that you sign this petition to say we are sick of studies and commissions to study forums and meaningless holidays and nothing burger symbolic gestures. We demand the U.S. government to urgently disperse the first initial reparations cash payment of $20 trillion to the surviving descendants of American chattel slavery. AKA, cut the damn check. And I mean that. Jack. On my ancestors for real for real. I proudly digress. Anyway. Check out the new Slave Patrol documentary. Pull up season on you sucker MCs. Don't forget to join us on Patreon. I got 4 words for you. Go grab a shirt. And love, peace, blessings and Maloa. Be
Music TV.
Hey girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the Putin. I know that might sound a little confusing.
Call me when you need a friend. Call me when you need someone to come through with that loving baby. I'll be the one to hit it from the back. You be putting on my body, babe. There ain't no need to answer the phone, 'cause I got you where I need you, baby. Face down in the bed, and we can get it on.
TV.